Okay, so welcome to the workshop, which is to do with forgiveness and finding the healing in both our minds and bodies and finding peace. I thought I'd begin with just a short story of an encounter I had a few days ago that illustrates some of the things we're working with. A woman came to me who had ringing in her ears, stronger in one than the other, and she'd had it for 5 years. And she wanted to know if I could help. And her story was that her relationship was difficult, possibly breaking up. And her boyfriend invited her to a rock concert, which normally she would not go to, but she thought I better for the sake of the relationship. And when she got there, it was terribly noisy and painful. And she knew she should leave immediately, but this could threaten the relationship. So she stayed. Following day, both her and her boyfriend had ringing in the ears from the noise. But the next day, his went, but hers has stayed. So that's interesting. The same impulse, the same effect, but then one goes, one stays. So I try and get people in contact with what's happening, the feelings, the emotions. And a very strong anger came up for this man. And it was obvious that he was responsible for the ringing in her ears. He took her there and she stayed there. So there was sort of zero forgiveness and anger. And we stayed with this, and then we work with, well, you chose to go, you chose to stay. Can you really blame him? There was resistance to this, but she did soften. And then suddenly she said, this is weird. There's no ringing in one ear. And in the other ear, it's sort of got to nearly half. She was just astounded at where it went. But there was still some ringing left. So when she left, I gave her a copy of my forgiveness book and said, well, a bit more work needed, I think. And then I got an email a few weeks later. She said, I was reading your book and I was in tears. I know what you were trying to do, Michael. You wanted me to forgive him, didn't you? Well, I can't go total forgiveness. No. And I'm sad and I'm crying, but I can't. And so she was left with one good ear and one half good ear. And you just saw how we create a reality there, how the forgiveness worked, but it wasn't fully there. And I'd rather be right than happy. I'd rather have noise in my ear and that guy gets his punishment at some point, which is one of the reasons that we hang on to sickness, is that if we forgive and let it all go, the person we blamed for it is off the hook. It's like perhaps when we die, we think we carry a list, of all these people who've unfairly treated us. And if we let our anger go, what list is there? And you hand a list to God and he says, you've suffered greatly, you go into heaven, and when these come up, they'll get their just punishment. Sounds crazy, but then the ego is crazy, isn't it? So I thought that was a little bit of the flavor for tonight. And just look at a few keynotes that we'll be expanding upon. The Course says healing is the only purpose of this world. It's a daily classroom of forgiveness. And everything in it is simply for healing, to wake us up from the dream of separation, which is deep in our unconscious, but everything in the world can be used for that purpose. And the Course says, quote, health is inner peace. That's a good one to ponder, isn't it? Health is inner peace. That means you could be dying of cancer, but you're totally at peace. And the Course would say, you're healed. And the ego said, this book's crazy. She's dying of cancer, but it's how you define it. And as for eternal formless spirits, there is no death anyway. Bodies die, people don't. Healing really is the engine of the seeming separation from God. When you look into the metaphysics of the Course, and we'll look a little bit of that later, we just thought we could have something different from unity. We could be God, we could knock God off his throne, take his power and do our own thing. And we've never been very happy with the results, but As I say, we'd rather be right than happy. But once we undo that and decide to go home like the prodigal son and daughter, that's the healing. And that gets reflected in everything, our body, our state of well-being, our abundance. It's like, the vibration of the universe and not the physical universe is love. And once we start to get into that current, health comes, prosperity comes, friendship comes, it's automatic. And that's what the forgiveness takes us towards. We're asked to move away from our busy doing and move more into being. This is an age of such busyness. And now we've got wonderful electronic devices, which, like everything in the world, is neutral. But smartphones become addictive. I was reading something the other day that ADHD is just really on the increase, especially in America. It's not serving us. So if we can move more into being, into simplicity, see each day when we wake up as a classroom of forgiveness, get out into nature, forgive, then we go home. And we've got someone to help us, the Holy Spirit. That's always there in our mind, waiting to be asked. And that'll teach us how to forgive and how to heal. We'll talk about the healing of the body through forgiveness today, but it's actually a side effect of forgiveness. The